Now, there's different interventions that we can use in our treatment plan, but the most important thing is we want to use evidence-based research and positive reinforcement. Reinforcement procedures are going to be the most effective when we're trying to teach our littles. And the other thing is to use antecedent strategies, right? We don't want to we don't want to constantly tell kids that they're not doing the right thing, or we're trying to redirect them once they've already done something that wasn't ideal in that situation. So we want to focus on our antecedent strategies. So before they even think about having a behavior, or before they even think about getting into a tantrum, we're going to tell them, hey, we're going to try this, and then you're going to get what you want. So we're priming them, and letting them know, like, hey, you're going to get what you want, but first we got to do this. We just got to wait a little bit. You also want to kind of figure out preference assessments. Are we going to play with this? Are we going to play with that? If they're not motivated to do what you're asking them to do, you're likely going to result in a tantrum or a problem behavior when they're trying to communicate that that's not what they want to do. We also focus on behavioral momentum. We don't want to start with really, really hard tasks first. I don't want to do really, really hard tasks, and I'll kind of ease myself into it as well, where I start with a bunch of little things that, make me feel good about completing things. And then I'll work on something that's a little bit harder that maybe takes me a little bit more time. Same thing with the kids. If they're working on something difficult and you're constantly telling them, no, that's wrong, let's try it this way, let's do this, that's going to be really frustrating, right? They just want to be done and they want to get access to their reinforcer. So we start with easy tasks so they can get access to reinforcement, and then make it difficult slowly to kind of ease them into it. Sometimes kids are visual learners, and visual supports are really important. A token board or a visual schedule, maybe a little chart, or a daily chore list if they're a little bit older. Those are super helpful in helping them complete their daily tasks. Now, our consequence strategies, when sometimes behaviors happen, our consequence strategies that we have to use are positive reinforcement. We've talked about it a little bit, but that's, providing them praise or tangibles after we complete tasks. Now, when we're praising them, we don't want to just say good job. What are we saying good job for? The child doesn't understand what skill is being reinforced. So we'll say something like, hey, great job taking deep breaths and calming yourself down. Great job walking to the car. And you really want to highlight the skill that you're reinforcing, because maybe they're not making that connection to the skill that we want to see, but they're making the connection to the skill we don't want to see. Maybe it's, hey, good job for having that tantrum. And then you start to see an increase in that. So it's really important to highlight what you behaviors that you want to see more of. We're also going to redirect them when they're not engaging in the task we want them to engage in, or if they're doing something that's possibly unsafe. And then differential reinforcement, we're teaching replacement behaviors, right? Now, if we're just telling a kid, hey, don't do that, well, how are they going to learn to do something different? We have to teach them, hey, instead of, having a tantrum because you want access to this toy, just ask me, I want the car, or car. And we'll work with the SLPs to make sure that they're able to communicate in a variety of different ways and have access to communication at any given moment. And then you also have like your error correction and errorless teaching as well. Each plan is going to be different depending on your child and what you as parents value and what skills you guys are working on too.